So, new segment. All right, so this one is I'm going to talk about. I'm a serial entrepreneur. I've done so many companies, but I'm going to talk about my companies that failed. So, I won't start from my first one. I won't start from my first one because that first one is a special moment. Actually, I will. All right, so I'm going to start from my first one. All right, so the first little company I had when I was a kid, it actually wasn't even a company. It was like a little hustle. I remember being so young that I still received toys for like Christmas and stuff, right? So, and they used to buy us a lot of toys. I mean, we lived in the hood, so Christmas is like hood rich time. You show your kids that you love them by the toys that you buy them. But I wasn't really into toys like that. So I remember taking all of my toys. I didn't know how much they cost. I didn't care how much they cost. I put them all on my front porch and set them up like my little display for us to sell. And this is when the last, the home that I grew up in, we had a wooden porch like my last few years of high school when I lived at the house. But before that, this is even before that. I remember us building. Well, not us. I didn't build that. But I remember that porch being built for my house when I was in second grade. I remember that specifically. So this little operation that I had was even before second grade. I don't even know how young I was, but I remember it was probably even like first grade, something like that. I wouldn't say it was before first grade, so it had to be like first grade, maybe even second grade. So I remember all of my toys. I took all of my toys. I put them on the front porch, and when people would walk up, they asked like, so what's going on here? I said everything's for sale, $1. I swear, everything was for sale, $1. And the reason I say it was a fail because my personal turnover or my personal conversion of profit was from $0 to $1 every item that was sold. So I came up 100% every time, but I lost because I don't know what I was selling, but I know that toys don't cost $1. I'm talking about everything that I had was out on that porch. I didn't ask nobody for permission, and I felt like I didn't have to. They gave them to me, and they were mine to sell. So I remember I had a little gold chain. The gold chain had, and it was a real gold chain. The gold chain had like a little gold anchor on the end, and the gold anchor was 24 karat gold. I remember my mother and my grandparents telling me about how important it was, blah, blah, blah. I didn't care. One of my cousins asked me, can he buy it for $1? It sold for $1. It sold for $1. Everything sold for $1. The reason I say it was a fail because everything didn't sell and I lost every time. I'm not sure how much that little gold pendant was, but I lost. I had to lose because gold don't cost $1. Then the toys, I'm not sure how much toys cost. Probably like $30, $40 toys. I was selling for $1. But $1 was all that mattered to me. I was a kid. I wanted some money in my pocket. I had to go get me something from the store. I don't know what I was using that money for, but I needed me some money. And I was selling all my toys for $1. Lil Kenny was on the porch. And the reason I know Lil Kenny was on the porch because when he came out his house, he asked me, because he lived right across the street from me. He came out, he was like, what you doing? And I'm like, man, I need to make me some money. I'm selling these toys. I remember it was so hot outside. It was a day in the summer. And he just sat on the porch with me and we waited until people came. Specifically, I remember selling 3 toys. I had $3. I thought I was rich. I thought I was rich. It was $3. It was my $3. I made that $3 by myself. By the end of the day, I had zero. It was a failed business because guess what? It opened up on the grand opening, first day. That second day, we weren't in operation no more. I forgot all about that. But I specifically remember that. And I specifically remember telling everybody every time they came to my house for probably like a week or a month or however long, I kept up with this little gimmick that all my toys were $1. And if they had $1, they could go home with whatever they see. So yeah, it was a failed business because my parents or my grandfather, my grandmother, my mother, whoever invested their money to buy me these toys, they lost because the turnover was way less than what they paid for it. And I mean, I think I won as a kid. I had a few dollars in my pocket and I got whatever I wanted with my money. And it was my money. Couldn't nobody tell me what to do with my money. Yeah, so that was one of my failed businesses. I've had at least about probably like probably like maybe 10 or something. I'm not even sure. But as these videos come out, you can count on your own. But this is number one. Quo Vadis Gates and his failed company. Follow me if you can spell my name. Have a good day.